Sadokat Abdurakhmanova, an English teacher at Tashkent State Agrarian University. Welcome to my video lesson. The topic of my lesson is the most spoken, weather. In this lesson, you will learn how to talk about the weather in English and get necessary information about the difference between the weather and climate. Let's begin. So at the beginning, let's define the weather. What is the weather? Weather is the state of the atmosphere at any particular place or time, and it changes from time to time, from hour to hour or day to day. It describes state of the atmosphere at any particular time. Weather can be described in terms of temperature, precipitation, humidity, clouds, wind, and etc. So you can see the weather outside your window. It can be hot, cold, rainy, sunny, and so on. Later we'll come back to the kinds of weather. Next one is climate. What is it? Climate is an average weather condition over a 30, maybe more, of the year of a particular area of the world. And climate describes the average weather of a particular part of the world at different times of the year. While the weather can change in a few hours, climate takes hundreds, thousands, even millions of years to change. So it means it doesn't change often like weather. In this slide, you can see the difference between the weather and climate in a simple way. So weather is a short-term variations in the atmosphere. Variation means changes. It means, so as I told before, weather changes quickly and unpredictably. But contrarily, climate doesn't change so often. It is weather condition over a long period. But as we see nowadays, because of the climate change, due to the pollution issue and other problems, global warming is becoming and rising. Here you can see the types of the climate in different zones. In blue color you can see polar climate, and temperate in green color, arid, tropical, Mediterranean, and the last one is black one. These are the mountains climate zones. So as you know, in our country the climate type is continental. But what about in the UK? So because of a lot of precipitation, UK has the climate temperate. We can say moderate, temperate. In the next slide, we see the weather variables: temperature, pressure, moisture, precipitation, light, cloud cover, wind direction, and speed. They define the weather. So what is the temperature? It is the measure of how hot or cold the area is. It is described in Celsius and Fahrenheit. If you want to say the temperature in summer seasons, we can say the temperature is 37 Celsius degree above zero. It means 37 degrees hot. If we say 10 Celsius degree below zero, it means it is cold, -10. In this slide, you can see the tools to measure weather. The first one is anemometer. It measures the wind. Next one is rain gauge. It is for precipitation. And the next one is thermometer. It is for temperature, as we know. And the wind vane directs in the point from where the wind is blowing. Next one is electronic weather station. It measures the temperature, humidity, air pressure, and dew point. Now, these are the general information about the weather and climate. Now, let's turn to the grammar part. Here, you will learn some grammar patterns which helps you to speak correctly in English about the weather. The first one, it's plus adjective construction. Examples are it's sunny. In the past form, you may say it was rainy, and so on. You can add noun after the adjective also. Let's say it is sunny day today, or you may say it was bright day yesterday. And it's plus continuous form of the verb construction. We may say it's raining now. And in the past form, we may say it was shining yesterday. Next construction is for the future forms of the verb, it will or it is going to. With the help of this construction, you may say about the weather of the next day. It will snow at the weekend. It is going to pour down soon. This kind of information in the future form we may hear from weather forecast. Here you are given some simple words about the forms of the weather, so you may just make up sentences using these types of weather. For example, it's cloudy, it's rainy. In a negative form you may say it's not windy. In the past form we may say it was cloudy, or in a future form we may say it will be hot tomorrow. So another constructions are there is, there are. We can start our sentence with them. There is a storm. After there is, there are, we know we use a noun. There will be blizzard in the future form. There were thunder and lightning yesterday. It is in the past form. Another one is it looks like expression. For example, it looks like snow soon, or it looks like rain tomorrow. Now, as we know, British people are famous for talking about the weather. They open their conversation with a small talk about the weather. They even plan and arrange something depending on the weather. Do you know why? It's because of in the UK, they may have all 4 seasons in one day. Weather can change quickly and unpredictably. If it is sunny right now, it can be snowing by the evening. So, how do English people use the vocabulary to describe the weather? Let's see them. Talking about cold weather. Suppose if you wake up in the morning and the weather is chilly, or it's not so cold, how would you describe it? It is chilly, or it is cool. Autumn mornings are often chilly. If it is very cold, we say it is freezing. It's below 0. So another forms of the weather in winter, we can see hailing. People say it's hailing. What does it mean? Hail. It is a small ice particles which pour down. A flurry of snow. Flurry of snow is a light snow which doesn't stay on the ground, and it may snow for a short time. There is a slush you may hear. What does it mean? Slush is a snow or ice that has partly melted. It is very uncomfortable to walk even in this slush. There is a blizzard. Blizzard, it's a storm with lots of snow and wind. Snow and wind together. It's sleeting. Sleeting is not so strong like blizzard. It's a rain and snow mixed together. So sleet happens when snow melts as it falls. You can see here the frost on the ground. Frost are ice particles on the surface, and when it is freezing, the ground covers in frost. Now we will talk about the rainy weather. When the weather is damp, we say the weather is wet. Actually, before rain, weather becomes damp. When it starts raining, I mean raining lightly, not a lot of, we say it's drizzling in English. Here, it is raining. It's a normal situation. So generally we say it's raining or it's wet in the streets. But when it starts pouring, heaven is open, we can say. It's pouring down or heaven is open. In this time, it's very hard to drive or to walk in the streets. So if you walk under heavy rain, your clothes may get soaked. Soaked means your clothes are very wet. The wind. As we know, a wind ranges from a simple breeze to force winds. Breeze, it's a light wind. It's not dangerous. We like it. Actually, in the summer seasons, if there is a breeze in the mornings and in the evenings. It's windy, we can say, if the wind starts. Now we will talk about the bad weather. We say it's dull, overcast, or dark overhead. What does it mean? It means the clouds are covering the sky. They are very black. We cannot see the sun. So soon it may rain or there will be a storm. Have you heard this noise? Yes, it is the noise of blustery or gale force. They are very strong winds that are very dangerous. Yeah, this is the noise of the thunder. Thunder is the noise that we hear caused by lightning. Storm is mixed with thunder and lightning. It can begin with the snow or after rain. This is a lightning. It's a large electric flash of light. Now let's turn to hot weather. Right now we have in our country summer season, and sometimes it's very hot, sometimes it's very lovely weather. Like today, the weather is not so hot. We can say it's mild, it's warm, or we may say it's bright or lovely day. The sun is shining. If it is not just little cold, if it is not hot, if it is too hot or extremely hot, we say it's baking hot, or it's boiling, or scorching. No wind is at all, so the weather becomes sticky. So it's not pleasant. There is a heat wave. It's very dangerous weather, so you need to be in to be safe. Next one is there is a drought. If dry and hot weather continues for a long time, we say there is drought. If there is a drought, even in this condition, farmers try to use the land by planting drought-resistant plants. So students, this is the end of my lesson. I hope my lesson will be helpful to improve your English. Now you will watch the video to improve your speech.
Temperatures were among the highest in the UK today here at Kew Gardens, a scorching 37.7 degrees. So those who braved the sunshine came prepared. And climate scientists are now confident that heat waves are more likely and more extreme because of climate change.
The fact that we've seen these temperature rises, the baseline temperature has increased by about 1 degree globally since pre-industrial times, and it's that level that just means in normal conditions we'd see heat wave conditions and temperatures around kind of just above average, but you add that extra layer of heat on, that's when we start to break those records.
And globally, over the last century, the trend is clear. It has been heating up. Today of all days, we've come to the hottest glass house in Kew Gardens. This is where all the desert-adapted plants live. And even for these plants, they've opened all of the windows to try and get some ventilation in here. Because according to my thermometer, it is now more than 39 degrees in here. And these plants are adapted to the hottest, driest conditions on Earth. It's those adaptations that scientists here are studying in order to work out how we might grow more drought-resistant plants in the future. While the collections here look exotic, they contain plants that could eventually become familiar food crops.
Days like today tell us that if we carry on doing exactly what we've done in the past, then that's not going to work. So we're going to have to adapt what we do and potentially adapt the crops we grow. And so we need to be exploring, we need to be researching, we need to understanding our options so that we can change as climate begins to bite.
With the gardens baking in the sun today, the preparation continues for a warmer, more uncertain climate in the future. A scorching 37.7 degrees. So those who braved the sunshine came prepared. And climate scientists are now confident that heat waves are more likely and more extreme because of climate change. And globally, over the last century, the trend is clear. It has been heating up. It's those adaptations that scientists here are studying in order to work out how we might grow more drought-resistant plants in the future. With the gardens baking in the sun today, the preparation continues for a warmer, more uncertain climate in the future.
They are weather-related words, and you may improve your listening skill. Bye.